Now, let's talk more about this as we are being joined on the news by Honorable Gloria Okolugbo, who is the 2023 House of Representative candidate of the NNPP. And she joins me from Abuja South Federal Constituency. Honorable, thank you so much for obliging our call and talking to us at this time.
Thank you. It's my pleasure being here.
Now, the Kano State Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal on Wednesday sacked Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf and declared the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, that is Nasiru Gawuna, winner of the governorship poll on March 18. What is your assessment of the court processes culminating to the verdict that was eventually delivered?
Well, there was a lot of tension building up to that judgment, and I think the sensibilities of the peoples of Kano need to be taken into close consideration. Kano, for one, everybody can attest that Kano State is a clear-cut NNPP state. It's not in dispute. Now, the court is not Father Christmas. It's what comes before the court and the tribunal they will examine. But there is no way on the face of the earth that you will tell us that all the votes that were not signed all came from NNPP. It's like it's a selective kind of judgment, and it's a complete miscarriage of justice. And it's good that we have two steps to go. We have the Court of Appeal and we have the Supreme Court. And like the governor just said, he has called for calm. It's a peace-loving community. Kano State is one in one voice elected this governor. And it's for me, I would rather be talking from the perspective of a conflict resolution, conflict management person. We have to be very, very careful, because if we don't have a country to govern, we will not be able to have anything to govern. So when we see the early warning signals and we want to ensure that justice must be carried out, and it must be seen to be carried out. We feel very sad. We have to be very careful what legacy we leave for our children. They're watching us. And when we see early warning signs, how can you deliver a judgment via Zoom? How do you do that?
Well, Honorable Gloria, it probably might just be for security concerns, but then let's still consider what the governor said at the press conference. He said that the judgment and the feedback that he got from his team means or insinuated that the judgment was marred by human imperfections and misapplication of the law, and he said he will be seeking justice at the Court of Appeal. So where do you think it would be staking his claim in terms of reclaiming his mandate, looking at the judgment that has been delivered? Because we're looking at 165,663 invalidated votes. How would he be able to defend the fact that these votes are valid and this vote actually delivered his mandate and it cannot be overruled?
Well, the governor has a full legal team that is made of senior advocates of Nigeria. So I wouldn't be speaking on behalf of the team. I'm speaking on behalf of, as a conflict management person and as somebody who has led an observer team. I've been the head of an observer team during an election. And I can tell you for free that there is a kind of justice that comes forth from the system, and you definitely know that is one-sided, because when you look at all the reports, the INEC portal is there to check and see how many reports are signed, how many people are sitting. You have a government, even at the federal level, that is bedeviled with legitimacy issues. And then the one state that stands out, that everybody could actually say that this state was won fair and square, you go for it in a very a terrible way. Because we hear people, you cannot run away from what is also being said on the streets. Although the courts don't consider so much of that, but when we talk, you and I, people are talking about the fact that there was demolition, and so when he demolished, those are people from APC saying that because he demolished, he lost his seat. What does demolition have to do with election results that have been verified, counted, and results announced? If you're talking about another election, it's a different thing. That shows us that the party went for the jugular, and it's wrong. We must think of the ripple effects. We must think of the safety of the peoples in Kano State. They are our constituency. We must think of the safety of lives and property. And justice must be seen to be done.
Okay.
I repeat, that is the most important important thing. It must be seen to be done. The governor has said, we're going to look at everything that we have before us, and the governor's team is heading back to court, first to the appeal court, and it will get to the Supreme Court, right? We're going to look at all of that,
okay.
But at the end of the day, I must sound a note of warning to us. Those of us who are political leaders, our children are looking at us. Okay. The legacy we leave behind is very important. And if we allow the early warning systems to ignore the early warning signals, and we allow violence to fester, it will be to the detriment of every one of us. We have no other country to go to.
Honorable Gloria,
it's not a place that we should play with.
Honorable Gloria, thank you so much for your submission on the news. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.